So what we're working on this afternoon is a little bit of recall. This way, this way, this way. If you can see him just through there. Okay, good. Get a bit better with this. So Reggie, this is the older one. He doesn't run off, but he does kind of amble along, and yes, he knows you've said this way, he knows what it means. He kind of comes in his own time, which is fine. He's not running off as such, but if there's something up ahead and you need him to come back, we need a more responsive reaction to when we say this way. So this afternoon, he's off mooching, doing his little thing, sniffing away, and every now and then I change direction and I say this way, and it's gradually just conditioning him to keep a little portion of his mind on me. And for me changing direction, I don't wait for him, because we're in an area he doesn't know. He's far less likely to ignore me because he doesn't know where he is, whereas in a familiar area he knows where he is, and yeah, he's more inclined to turn a deaf ear if that's his thing. So when you want to start conditioning this recall and improving this recall, you've got to go to places where the dog doesn't know. Unfamiliar territory, that's the way to get this started. So he's getting better, he's getting a little bit more responsive. I'm not saying this way all the time, I am just walking sometimes because I want him in the back of his mind, the side of his mind, the corner of his mind, whatever, to just have that little bit of attention tuned onto me and where I'm going. So, as an example, he's going down there, I'm going up here. And what I want him to do is follow me without me saying this way, which he is doing, so that's good, okay? And as he's there, I'm going to turn around and do this. And this is part of the conditioning for the recall. So it's not always saying something, it's your body language. Okay, good. Right then, now let's focus on little man here, Teddy. So Teddy is of that age where he's starting to push the boundaries with other dogs. He's starting to show sort of a little bit of dominant behaviour, which is mainly just his hormones. It's not intentional, it's not, oh my god, you know, it is just hormones. It's his age, it's what they all do. But we need to let them know it's not acceptable. And very often we pull them away from another dog and we're trying to give vocal commands and using the lead, rather than actually addressing that behaviour from the psychology of the dog. So what I'm looking for with Teddy is when he starts to come alongside Rio or another dog, he's going to come alongside, he's going to get tall, his head's going to come up, he's going to get tall, his eyes will fixate. That's when you give him the sound, the check, to let him know, stop it. I'm not going to wait for him to jump onto another dog, but once he's alongside doing that tall walk, when the paws start to come higher, ready to go on the back of another dog, before he actually gets to that, lifting the leg right up, I'm going to give him a check. By using the ch sound in the house and you know, the boundaries within the house being addressed in this way, when we're out on a walk, we can use that ch sound and the dog will respond to it out on a walk. That's why I keep it simple, I keep it the same. So I'm actually waiting for him to do it so I can show you. He's been told off by Rio. Rio's bowled him over actually, so that was that. As they were running along together, Teddy was biting at the side of Rio's neck, and Rio took it for quite a while, longer than I expected him to. Normally he's not quite that patient. And then he did nudge Teddy back, and it just bowled him over because he's only young, he's not really got great balance. So that's what happened there. So he was a little bit wary then of Rio, a bit of respect was there then, but he's got his confidence back, and you know, then he went through another few stages of going alongside Rio, fixating, looking at him, and then trying to put the paws up on the back of Rio's shoulders, and I'm giving Teddy the ch sound and stopping him when he does that. A couple of times I've actually walked back towards them, stood in between Rio and Teddy, and took a step towards Teddy to sort of claim the space and make Teddy move back and submit to me, basically. That's what that is. That means we're letting Teddy know that's not the behaviour that's acceptable. We don't do that. So we're waiting for that look. We're looking for that stance, that upwards posture, fixated look. There. And then I step into him and I claim the space. Okay, good. And Rio just stands still. The beauty of Rio is he's unreactive in that way because he knows I'm dealing with it. When you're out on a walk, not every dog is going to be unreactive. So that's why we're dealing with this now. So what his owners can do when he's out on a walk is when they see him go up alongside another dog, if he gets really tall, if his eyes get fixed, give him the ch sound and just gradually keep reminding him that there's nothing for him to do. It's not that you're going to stop him and he's going to come back and walk to heel. That's not what you're doing, but you are letting him know what's right and wrong about communication. So I hope that makes sense. See if he'll do it again. I'll keep walking. In the meantime, Reggie just mooches. He likes sticks, does Reggie, so he keeps looking at sticks. He's learning. I mean, we all know collies are clever, but Teddy's certainly learning with this. Yes, he's coming close and you can see he's actually... Ah, no, I can't do that. Okay, good. Yep, he's not... he's certainly not half as sort of dominant and intense with that, you know, that behaviour now. He's learned. He's learning. He is learned. Quite good. I want him to do it again so we can show you again. Okay, the moral of the story is look for the signs. Don't wait for him to be on top of another dog. There. Lovely. Rio's there. And that's how we deal with that. And don't move quickly. And then we walk home. Good. Yeah, he's certainly getting it. But that's what we need to do on every walk when he starts to show that behaviour with other dogs. That's what we need to do. Okay, hope that helps. Alright. Actually, we'll head up this way. This head's away from the underwear so you can have a good run about. Okay, there's Reggie. This way. Sniffing something interesting down there. And now he's coming. So I don't say this way over and over and over, but I do keep walking. I mean, my back's to him now as I'm walking. So, all right, there we go.